Alright, welcome back. As you know, we started this channel with the first time resetting the challenge, and it seems like there's a demand and a need for just a repeat of the challenge reset, because people always, first question is always, does it work on this challenge? And instead, at risk of doing the same thing over and over again, we try to add something a little bit different each time. So what we're going to do differently is show you from starting from the opening screen before we've done anything, to give you a sense of the timing and why we don't get the 16,000 day glitch.
The shorter answer to why the challenge reset still working is yes.
And the other thing we're going to do a little differently today, because another not uncommon question is, does it work after you completed Nightmare Mode? And the answer is also yes, and we're going to show you. So if this particular method doesn't work, you can always, we've got a playlist on our channel of all the different challenge resets. It's only the last 2 or 3 that are very much the same, with minor changes. The first few are actually pretty different from each other.
Yeah, as they were updating it, which ones work were kind of going in and out. So now all of them work, I believe.
Pretty much. So if one doesn't work for you, I mean, and I should say this is Android specific. What we get every season is a lot of questions, does this work on iOS? And we don't know because we can't test. Or as the hoi polloi will say, iOS. But what we'll do is, we never planned well enough ahead before to do this. We'll put a comment in there for iOS specific questions. Alright, so here we are, we're in the challenge. Instead of doing it right away, we will go to our collection, we'll take a look, and the timing in terms of how long you want to wait is probably just long enough to be for the, when you look at your collection, for the character cards or the gear cards to populate. So it doesn't have to be a specific amount of time. There you go.
So there we go, all the gear cards are loaded.
And now we will go back to our settings, turn off Wi-Fi, change the date to the day after the challenge is over for a couple of reasons. You could change it any amount of time. You can change it a month, a year, but the danger that we've mentioned in previous videos is that if you go into the store while you have time shifted ahead, you'll lose your daily gold booster packs, the discount ones.
Maybe also the bonus missions for the online multiplayer.
I'm not exactly sure how that works, because even with the challenge reset with the animated Batman Beyond challenge, we were still getting our bonus.
So we're not exactly sure. I think that is always a risk you run with the glitch, where you can't always be 100% sure how it's going to affect things.
Yeah. That's, yeah, again, as we like to say, use at your own risk. The whole point is there's a flaw in the programming that allows something positive to happen, so it's quite possible that when you exploit it, something negative might happen too.
But this has definitely been more than worth it for us.
Oh crap, you know what? I forgot to show you that we were in Nightmare Mode. That we'd already finished Nightmare. Well, you know what? You should be able to see it relatively quickly in that one moment where we're entering the challenge after we've waited. Alright, so here, 17 days still. So it was really a matter of timing. You open it from scratch. It was not minimized. It was just shut down. We're going to wait 1 minute, and we're going to enter it. When we enter it, it'll show 25 challenge credits. And it'll be faint, but if you freeze it in the background, sort of fade it out, you'll be able to see that. Oh, actually, you know what? The only proof we've got now is actually the challenge credits at the bottom is 121. That should revert back to 0, and then the 25 that you get for resetting the challenge.
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe it wasn't so new as far as showing the Nightmare. Next time I'll be smarter and go into the challenge first and show us where we are. Yeah, so this is going to be for everybody who's done it before and has no trouble resetting challenge, this is not news. Move right along, you can watch some of our other videos, but we're expecting a mix of people, mainly made up of people who are finding this for the first time. So it seems like people don't, when the new challenge comes out, aren't really, they're looking character specific. They're saying, where is the, oh, there we go, it's been a minute. How do you reset the Red Sun Green Lantern challenge? Alright, so there we don't confirm it. You go back to the date. You don't have to turn Wi-Fi back on. You change your date back to the present. And you come back. So what this is doing, it's resetting the challenge. Well, actually, we've already reset the challenge. If we didn't do this and we just put everything back, turn the Wi-Fi back on, put the day back on, we'd just have reset the challenge. We'd come out, we'd have 25 credits to start, and the last step after this would give you another 25, so you'd have 50. The reason why we do this one extra time is to give you 75 credits, which is enough to complete the challenge once on standard mode for 63.
Which helps, because then there's no
credits
grinding that you need to do.
For the credits. Although, at some point I guess, because Red Sun Green Lantern is a completely new character, we will probably be doing some grinding for experience to level them up to 50. And that's the other common question that seems to pop up a lot now is, is there a glitch for getting characters up to level 50? No, there is not.
Well, not one that we found anyways.
Yeah, but there is, you know, strategies to make the most of your time. And I think what we'll probably do sometime soon is do a video, there we go, about how to grind for experience. So there you go, you can confirm that. Challenge expired. So now it's back to standard. You notice our credits at the bottom are 25. Previous challenges expired. We're down to 25. So if we reset it one more time, we'll change the date. Oops. Oops. My fingers are thick. My fingers are thick, and they are imprecise. We come back to Green Lantern. So again, you could just skip the step if you want to, just fast forward a couple minutes if you don't care about having extra challenge credits.
Yeah.
So it's this is the integrated method for resetting the challenge. So Red Sun Green Lantern looks really good.
He does.
With his, now the only problem is his passive is Red Sun specific. The other Red Suns like Superman and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern, and Solomon Grundy,
they're boosted by red suns, but you don't need to have a red sun
to benefit from it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like this is going to be like Deathstroke, Red Sun Deathstroke, where the passive only boosts other Red Sun team members.
Which kind of sucks.
So immunity from stun, from critical hits, and immunity or 20% less on specials.
But that's really good.
Yeah. He's got a pretty good base health, too, so...
I think if that applied to everyone, it would be just too overpowered.
I think he will make a good tank. Alright, so here is one more time. We're going to wait one more minute. But it means he's going to make a really good tank. Because he's got a little bit slightly better than average health. And you can see that from his base stats. So I think maxed out, he's going to be somewhere around, I think, I don't know, 68,000? Not the highest, but pretty good. And with that passive, just for himself, he's going to make a really good tank. Punishment absorber.
Yeah, we realized one time, and we actually had to check it because we totally weren't sure, but everybody actually levels up the same way, so whatever algorithm they're using, if you have a base stat of this attack or this health, you will always have the same amount when you're fully leveled up, no matter what character it is.
So if you're relatively new, don't worry. You either promote them to the elite level or level them up first. Doesn't matter which one you do first, they all end up in the same place. That seems like a minute. There we go, there's another 25 credits. And this is our last one. We're going to change the date back, and then return our internet connection back on. Really, the internet connection, if you are on Wi-Fi, you turn off Wi-Fi. If you are on data, you turn on airplane mode. And if you're on both, you got to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, we've been doing this for so long, sometimes it's hard to remember some things that are obvious to us and we've gone over so many times that it seems like we're repeating ourselves. So I'm hoping that we're sort of finding a bit of a new audience with this who won't feel this is repetitive and redundant.
Definitely. Well, it seems like some people don't want to try for their themselves even. We have people who just come back and comment every time there's a new challenge, does this continue to work? So this is for those people too, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, if this is old hat to you, check out some of our other stuff. We're playing around with different character combinations in multiplayer. I think we're having a little bit of success with building interesting teams with some secondary cards. So you guys, it may not be on your main team, it's your most powerful. Alright. Okay. Oh, you know what? So we've got 50 credits now. The last step, you have to do this, because if you don't, you could end up playing part of the challenge, and if it resets itself, you will lose all your progress.
Which sucks.
Yeah, so you have to actually shut this down, close it completely, and this is their last 25 credits. So you have to swipe it out, you don't just minimize it, you reopen it, and what happens if you go into the challenge one more time, it gives you your 25 last credits, but then it also locks it so it doesn't reset accidentally the same way.
Which is very helpful. When we first learned about this glitch and we were messing around with it, you know, the original version, sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and often when we'd mess it up, it would reset at a later point.
Yeah.
That was frustrating.
But water under the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually really happy. I know there have been a lot of complaints I was reading on the boards about how people were wanting the MKX, MK10 Scorpion or Static more, but I'm actually kind of happy to have Red Sun Green Lantern on Android. We've never had him, and he seems like a pretty useful guy, especially on a Red Sun team. If you wanted to try it out leaving at defense, it could probably be overall a little bit more effective.
Yeah, I guess the question is, not much of a question. Wonder Woman or Solomon Grundy, which one do you kick out?
I'd say kick out Solomon Grundy. Alright, so there you go.
The health is pretty useful, but yeah.
That's true. You know what? For a defense team, maybe the health is better. So there you go. 75 credits. It's completely reset. And you can start all over again. So the idea is that you can actually play as much as you want up to the nightmare mode and start over again and grind the challenge stage. So there you go. Thanks for watching.
See you guys next time.